Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. This episode today, we're downstairs. They had a competition for women and non-binary people, and we're doing some of those comp climbs. And as a note here, some of these climbs are harder than the color grade. So at the end, if you watch to the end of the video, I just kind of mark them as their V grades, what I'm grading them on their V grades. So don't think like, oh, Tony rated this like purple climb like way harder than what he should have or something like that. So take it with a big grain of salt. First two climbs pretty simple, straightforward. This climb I really didn't want to do a dyno, so I was like trying to figure out a way to not do the dyno, and that felt like promising at first, but yeah, so I tried that. That didn't work out too well. I was like, okay, let me give it another shot here. I tried a different way where I just reached out, and that didn't work too well. Then I was like, okay, well maybe if I kick, like I'm trying to like kick the foot and just kind of span it, a little more dynamic. But then at the end I was like, okay, you know what? Well, let's just go for it. And so I do like a nice big jump, grab onto it, nice and easy. But then getting up here was a little difficult. But thankfully I am tall enough to where I can just kind of put my foot there and then reach up, grab onto that, and then match that top. Now this climb here, this is one of those climbs where I was like, okay, like a blue climb is definitely harder than a V4, but I don't, that's kind of what the grade I gave it. I think V4 is fair climb. You have to campus this first move here up to there. I almost got it there, but I couldn't get my hand around the that like volume there. Tried it that second time, and I was like, okay, lock in here, shake my arms out one time, go down and then up, and I was able to get the hand around, and then from here I just had to get my feet up and around that, and I was happy with that. Next move is this big move up to here. I miss it the first time, and I was like, okay, let me do a little shimmy shake, get the hand up there. Now I have to do this hand swap. And here I took it extra slow. Thankfully, one of my friends, Chris, told me, hey, just take it slow, nice and patient. Glad he did, because I would have not very patient at that point. But got one hand on the top, got a second hand on the top, and we got it. Then this purple climb here felt like a V4. I only tried it one time, really didn't give it a great effort. I'm now seeing I should have put my right foot up onto that volume, but I didn't do it. That's okay. This orange climb, easily my favorite climb. It felt super, like, I felt like it wasn't super difficult, so I was able to flash it, spoiler alert. But what was nice about it was I just felt like, it felt like the perfect difficulty for me, where every move was difficult but doable, and it was kind of nice. It felt, it felt very fulfilling to complete this climb, so I'm happy with that. Get the foot up there, and then got one hand up on the top, and then matched the second hand up there. So nice. Now this black climb V6, I tried it a little bit here. A couple other friends were working on a lot more, and they were really struggling with it, and they're much stronger climbers than myself, so that's kind of why I gave it a V6 there. Getting over that like big, like kind of like black hold I grabbed onto with my left hand, that's kind of like the crux right there they were having issue with. This purple climb felt like the orange climb, but just slightly easier. I also enjoyed that, so that was a pretty fun climb. This wasn't like too bad or anything, but it was very fulfilling, like, I can do this. Nice. Drop down here, and we moved into the wave room. This is the one room of the gym I actually am familiar with. I do like when they do competitions here, because the volumes feel extra grippy, which is always nice. And then this black one here. Now this one was an interesting one. I didn't end up getting it during this session here, but I really enjoyed the whole process of kind of like learning these moves here. Now, I did do do a couple attempts at this, not like proper attempts like from the start, but I did a couple from part way up, and I made it a little bit further than what you'll see in this video. But it's interesting. It was a very interesting learning experience, and you know, my Chris helped me on the blue one. He also helped me with this black one here. So there, I tried his move, which is, you know, getting the foot way out, and he's right. You're able to kind of get your weight over more, and it feels a little bit nicer, I guess, maybe for myself doing that. Couldn't quite get it there, but I was like, you know what, I got to give this one more shot here. Reached over, and then I went for the second one this time. Really committed the weight over onto that right foot. Got that there. Felt good about this. And then I was like, okay, I just got to get my right foot up onto this hold here and then stand. I almost fell here. I was able to hold on with that right hand as well. But I tried this one more time, got the right foot up, and then I just wasn't quite able to get up to there. I was able to make it further later on, not when I wasn't recording, but you know, that was that. And you know, pretty short video today, because you know, some of these climbs are actually kind of hard, and there's quite a bit of stuff I forgot to record, so sorry about that. But overall, solid session. Enjoyed it. Nice little top on that red hold right there. Tail of the tape. I don't know if there's really like anything I can really draw from this. No big conclusions or anything. Solid session overall. Maybe that green one I shouldn't have tried. I mean, like, you know, it's not about flashing every V2 or whatever, so I'm not too worried about that. But you know, it was an interesting session, you know, by any means. So happy with that, and you know, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the video, if you liked the video so much you want to subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything to say. And as always, keep on climbing.